Hey everybody, it's Ian the Off Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great day. It is time to recap my crafty goodness from the month of March. So let's talk about what happened in the month of March. First of all, as always, I worked on the Puzzle Mystery Quilt clues for both Piazza, which is getting ready to wrap up soon, and still working on Village Green, which is still brand-ish, new-ish, I would like to say. We haven't quite gotten too far into it, but the clues are coming together great, and I love putting it together, so I can't wait to see how both of these quilts finish out in the end. Speaking of puzzling, not the Puzzle Mystery Quilt, but I did some puzzling of my own. Tiffany calls it puzzling, at least. I got inspiration from one of her videos where she put together some scrap pieces to create what she calls kind of puzzling together scraps and blocks and all sorts of fun things. So I worked on creating these blocks live on my YouTube channel. If you missed those videos, make sure to go check out those live videos. They were a lot of fun. And as you can see, I was using scrap fabric from the Curiouser and Curiouser line. It was actually from the Mad Hatter's Tea Party quilt kit that I got. And there was enough fabric left over that I decided to put some pieces together and just puzzle them together and work on that. It's becoming a lot of fun to just go crazy and put pieces together, and you never know exactly what you're going to end up with. So it's been a little fun. I like symmetry and I like having some linear kind of work, so this is kind of a challenge for me to just put pieces together, but it's coming out great and I really love what the final product is going to end up being. Also this month I checked out the Dallas Quilt Show and entered the quilt that you see behind me into that show. I had never been to it, nor had I entered any quilts into the show, so I didn't know what to expect and was a little bit nervous what quilts my quilt might be going up against, but surprisingly it came home at least, with a brand new ribbon added onto it. I call it new hardware. It got a new piece of hardware, the honorable mention ribbon, which I could not be more excited about. The show was also pretty awesome. It's not my favorite show that I've been to so far, although I haven't been to too many to begin with. I still like the North Texas Quilt Festival a little bit better, but I enjoyed my time there, and I even went live. So if you missed that video, make sure to go check it out. It is a long one, but I go around showing all of the quilts. I had a great time and really enjoyed seeing the talent out in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and even a little bit further beyond, there were some quilts from out of state that were entered as well, which were very interesting to see. Now, speaking of the quilt behind me, it's getting ready to be packaged up and sent to South Carolina for the Quilt Fest Greenville show. I'm super excited that this quilt was accepted into the show, and I'm crossing my fingers I might bring home yet another ribbon for it. Although I'm not going to get my hopes too high, I really need to level out, but it would be super great if it did come home with another ribbon to add to the collection. Now, speaking of shows, I bought my plane tickets to go attend the Sisters Oregon Outdoor Quilt Show on July 8th. I could not be more excited about that because not only will I get to attend the show, this quilt that you see behind me, again, will also be going to that show. So we're going from East Coast to West Coast. It's going to be a blast, and I can't wait to visit my friends who live out that way as well. So it's just going to be so much fun. If you happen to be at that show and see me, make sure to say hello. I would love to meet you in person. It's going to be, I'm just so excited. I don't even really know what to say. I just know I'm very excited about that trip, and it is going to be amazing. I've heard so much about this show, and I think it might be the largest outdoor show. I could be wrong on that, but I know it's going to be a blast and I'm going to have a lot of fun. So I can't wait for July to get here. Also this month, I sent my regular sewing machine in for servicing. It usually goes in about March each year because that's about when I bought it back in 2020. It goes in for its spa day so that way it can get cleaned up and all fresh and new and ready to go. I was super excited when I got it back, and the technician said that I was taking really good care of it. So I'm going to keep doing that, making sure to add that oil and clean it out and all that good stuff that we should be doing to our machines. Yes, we should be doing that. I know it happens. We fall a little behind, but make sure you're oiling and taking your machine in for service, usually about once a year. That'll help it run smoothly and keep you sewing. Now, speaking of machines, I brought a new one home to join the family. It is the Bernina L860 serger. Yep, that's right, I bought a serger. I love to serge the edges of my quilts whenever I'm working on them and getting ready to put the binding on. Really helps to kind of bring that fluff and puffiness down along the edges, so it makes it a little easier to wrap that binding around and get a nice, smooth, pretty edge on your quilts. So I did splurge a little bit and go with an air threading machine. That air threading is amazing. My old serger, which is I think it's back from like the 80s, if I remember correctly. It is an older machine, and it would usually take me about an hour to thread that thread all the way through the path. As many of you know who've used sergers before, it can be quite a complicated process to get that thread from the beginning all the way through to the end. So I splurged a little and did get the air threading Bernina, and man, that sure does make all the difference in the world. It is absolutely amazing how quickly I can now change out threads, which is why I only had white thread in my serger when I was using the older one. I didn't want to have to take the time to rethread it, so I would usually just use white no matter what color I was using it on. Now I don't have to worry about that so much, and it's a lot easier for me to change out that thread and change it with the color of the quilt that I'm doing. So a lot easier process, and I'm so excited to continue learning and playing with it. I do have a class coming up for how to use the machine, and I can't wait to report back how that went. Also, if you want to check out the unboxing video for the serger, you can check that out. I'll make sure to link it down in the description below and up in the iCards as well. Also this month, I started getting organized for my Legit kit. Margaret the Boxer. Legit Kits reached out to me and offered me a quilt to work on and create videos for. I'm super excited to get started with that. I know I say super excited for just about everything, but like that's my go-to phrase. Anyways, I am very excited to work on Margaret the Boxer, but I'm finding out with Legit Kits, you have to get organized, and boy did I get organized. I took the time to buy file folders and even a plastic storage container box that has all of the fabric in it. It is amazing how much fabric is in this one. It doesn't seem like that much when you first look at it, but boy, does it add up very quickly. So I took the time to sort out all of my fabrics and get them ready to go into this quilt, and I hope to start working on that soon. I got a little delayed with some setbacks in other areas that have caused me to delay a little bit on getting started on that, but I'm gonna start filming those videos and get them out as soon as I can. I'm super excited to put those together. See, there I go. I said it again, super excited. That's like my phrase. Anyways, I hope you are just as excited as I am to get going and creating on that one. But I want your input. Do you want to see every single block being created, or would you want to see just a summary video as I put rows or major pieces together? Let me know down in the comments what you want to see, if you want to see each individual block, or if you want to see kind of summary videos as I work my way through it. Last up this month, I attended So Becca's virtual retreat, which was a lot of fun. It was great meeting a lot of y'all on video. I have met some of you on virtual before, but it was great to spend some time with y'all during an entire weekend. If you're a part of her VIP program, you get invited to a virtual So Day once a month usually. And then this was her very first one that she did, a 36-hour virtual retreat, and it was a blast. A lot of great people, a lot of great projects, a lot of great discussion. It was just so much fun, and I'm hearing a rumor that Becca's gonna be doing this again in July, so make sure to sign up for her VIP program if you are interested in taking part on that. You can head over to sobecca.com to check out all the details, and I'm sure she'll be announcing more later on. Well, I think that about does it for this month. As you can see, it has been a very busy month, buying new machines, going to quilt shows, working on projects. Just the full gamut has been happening, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of work, but I love it, and I love being busy with so many different projects. I have more projects lined up for April, May, June. It just goes on, and that is amazing to me because it's gonna be a fully quilty year. Of course, I'm gonna bring you along on that journey as well with these vlogs and also my projects and whatever else I create for my YouTube channel. I hope you continue to follow along my quilty journey as I go along and figure out what's next. I know I have a couple more shows coming up. We have the Plano Quilt Show, we have the North Texas Quilt Festival, and the State Fair of Texas is also going to be later this year. So I've got to figure out what I'm going to put into what show, where, when, all the different things that I need to work out. The biggest thing that I'm wanting to make sure is I don't double book quilts so that they're supposed to be in the same place at the same time in 2 different locations, which would not be good. Anyways, it's been a fun journey and I cannot wait to keep going with it. I hope you're enjoying these vlog videos. Make sure to leave me a comment down in the comments below. Let me know what you like about these videos and what you want to see more of. I do listen and want your input. So let me know what you want to see and hopefully I'll be able to create that. All right, I think that's going to do it for today's video. I hope everybody has a great day. And remember guys, normal's just a setting on the dryer. Bye.